So, what does it actually mean when someone loves you, but you don't feel it? It's this really deep, really human question, and today we're going to get into why that happens. Okay, let's just jump right in with the core question. What if you're not sure you were ever loved? And look, we're not talking about the big, running through an airport movie kind of love. No, we're talking about the real, kind of messy, complicated human stuff that really shapes who we are. So, our first idea is a pretty powerful one. For some of us, love can feel, well, it can feel like a language that you were never actually taught. Have you ever been watching a movie or a show and you see this incredible connection between two characters and just think, wait, do people really feel that? It's like you understand it up here in your head, but there's a total disconnect in your heart. It feels like something that happens to other people, not you. Think about a story like the anime Your Name. You know that amazing moment where Taki and Mitsuha finally realize their lives are all tangled up across time and space? That feeling, that bond is so deep it just doesn't make logical sense. And it hits so many people so hard because it captures that feeling of being profoundly connected. And it's the same kind of thing in Spirited Away. Remember when Haku tells Shihiro that he remembers her from when she was a little girl? The whole emotional weight of the movie just shifts in that 1 second. These moments are all about that deep, deep human need to be truly seen, to be remembered. But if you haven't really felt that yourself, these scenes can feel less like something you relate to and more like something you're just observing from a distance. So let's see how this builds into something that, honestly, it seems a little backward at first. A really weird side effect of feeling unloved is this deep, gut-level suspicion of genuine kindness. So picture this. Someone does something genuinely nice for you, and instead of feeling all warm and fuzzy, your brain just panics. That little voice in your head kicks right in. Okay, why are they doing this? What's the catch? What do they really want from me? It's like a reflex, this immediate search for the hidden motive, even when there isn't one. We actually see this play out perfectly in stories. Take a character like Todoroki from My Hero Academia. When Deku first comes at him with this genuine, no-strings-attached friendship, Todoroki is completely thrown. He literally has no idea what to do with it because it is so far outside of his experience. There's actually a psychological term for this. It's called hypervigilance. It's what happens when your brain learns that emotional situations can be, well, dangerous or unpredictable. So it just stays on high alert, constantly scanning for threats. But here's the crucial thing to remember. This isn't a flaw. It was a survival mechanism. Your brain was just trying to protect you. Okay, so this constant state of high alert often leads our minds to do what they do best, create a story to explain why we're feeling this way. And a lot of the time, that story is a really painful one. So how does this story get so powerful? Well, it's a pattern. First, it starts with a feeling, the feeling of being unseen or maybe neglected. Then, to make sense of that hurt, the mind cooks up a story. Well, maybe I'm just unlovable. And once that story is there, your brain becomes like a detective, looking for any little piece of evidence, a text that wasn't returned, a plan that got canceled, that proves the story is true. And over time, that story starts to feel less like a story and more like a simple fact. I mean, this feeling is so universal, it's captured perfectly in music. You think about the lyrics in a song like Liability by Lorde, all about feeling like you're a burden, or Creep by Radiohead, about feeling like you just don't belong. These songs hit so hard because they plug directly into that core fear of being too much or maybe just not enough. But here it is. This might be the most important takeaway from this whole thing. Feeling unloved does not automatically mean you were unloved. A lot of the time, it just means that the love that was there, it wasn't shown in a way that your specific emotional needs could recognize and take in. And that mismatch, that can leave a really, really deep mark. So let's talk about how this can lead to a much more hopeful place. Because this part is all about learning to see the kind of love that doesn't show up with a big, dramatic soundtrack. We're all conditioned by stories to think love is loud, right? It's the grand gestures, the big speeches, the dramatic dashes through the airport. But real, everyday, lasting love, it's often so much quieter. It's hidden in the small acts of care, the simple consistency of someone showing up, or them just remembering your favorite snack. So what does this quiet love actually look like? Well, it's that friend who knows exactly what kind of junk food to bring over when you're having a bad day. It's the person who notices you've gone radio silent online and just sends a simple text, "You okay?" It's someone who can just sit with you in the heavy silence without trying to fix everything. That, that's the good stuff. That's what real connection is built on. Which brings us to our final section. And this, right here, is where the whole story can start to change. This is the hopeful plot twist in all of this. Just think about it for a second. The very fact that you can even ask this question, that this whole topic makes you feel something, it proves that you care deeply about love. You value it. You notice when it's missing. And that ability to care, that sensitivity, that is the exact same tool you need to build the meaningful connections you want in your life. And here's what's so important to hold on to. Your past is not a life sentence. Your experiences, yeah, they absolutely shape how safe or how scary connection might feel to you right now, but they do not get to write the ending. They don't get the final say. We are all so much more capable of rewriting our own emotional stories than we think. You can almost think of it like being in the early episodes of a really good show. It's the start of a character arc, and it's probably going to be a little awkward, maybe even painful at times, as that character unlearns all their old patterns and steps into something totally new. But that growth, oh, it happens. So we'll leave you with this thought. Learning to see all the quiet love that's already around you, and then slowly learning to let it in, that's the process